Ever had a surprise so unexpected it turned your world upside down? That's exactly what happened to me when my estranged father-in-law sent us a mysterious package. What I found inside left me battling with my past and questioning whether to forgive or forget. It all started on a bright Saturday morning. My husband, Ethan, had just taken our daughter, Lily, for a stroll around the garden when the doorbell rang, signaling the start of an unexpected day. "I have a package for you," the delivery man said as I opened the door. I signed and carried the box into the kitchen. Our third wedding anniversary was approaching, and Ethan had a habit of ordering surprise gifts for me. "I just want to surprise you, Claire," he would say, lounging on the couch. "It's the little things that matter." So, naturally, as I brought the package to the kitchen, I assumed it was another one of his thoughtful surprises, until I cut through the thick tape with a pair of scissors. Inside, I found a beautifully embroidered pillow with a note sticking out beneath it. The pillow matched our living room decor perfectly. "Happy anniversary, Ethan and Claire, Tom." For a moment, I reveled in the kindness of the gesture, but then I remembered there was no way Ethan would accept a gift from his father. "Hey, what's this?" Ethan said, coming back into the kitchen with Lily on his shoulders. "Did we order something?" "It's a gift," I said cautiously. "From your father." Ethan pulled the note from my hand, his eyes scanning the words. His face hardened. Ethan and his father had a complicated relationship. When Ethan was a child, Tom abandoned him and his mother to be with another woman. Ethan had never forgiven him for it. He left us to start a new life with his mistress. Ethan once told me over dinner, "A father is supposed to choose you, Claire." He didn't. I understood his pain. Ethan had been just 7 years old when his father walked out, leaving him to fend for himself alongside his devastated mother. Tom had made a few attempts to reconcile over the years. He reached out before our wedding, but Ethan refused to let him attend. "I don't want him around us on our special day," Ethan had said firmly. "It won't benefit anyone. Seeing him will only spoil it for me." When Lily was born, Tom tried again, hoping to be part of her life as a grandfather. But Ethan remained resolute. "I don't want him around us. I don't want him around our child," Ethan had said. "This man is bad news." Which brings us back to the present. Ethan picked up the pillow and felt it up and down. He even put it to his ear, his eyes widening with alarm. "Claire, we can't keep this pillow," he exclaimed. Without another word, he rushed outside and threw it out the back door. "What's going on?" I asked, leaving Lily in her high chair with fruit slices. "It's ticking, Claire. There's something inside. He's up to something." "Ticking?" I said, bewildered. "What do you mean?" We both went outside. We stood over the pillow lying innocently among the garden flowers. I hesitated, then leaned down to listen. Sure enough, there was a soft ticking sound. "Oh," I said, shocked. I had thought Ethan was overreacting. "Take out your phone and video this," Ethan said, "just in case something happens or there's something illegal in there." With a deep breath, Ethan tore the pillow open, revealing a small, mysterious box equipped with a timer. "What the hell is that?" I murmured, dread creeping up my spine. "Let's find out," Ethan said, jaw set. "Call him." I dialed Tom's number, my hands trembling. "Hi, Claire," Tom answered cheerily. "Did you get my package?" I wasn't sure what to get you, but I knew I had to get something. "There's something inside the pillow," Ethan said. "A box. It's making a sound. What is it?" "Please be honest," I added. "It's a gift, Claire," Tom replied calmly. "The sound is probably the timer. It's supposed to make a sound and open on the day. There's something in there." Ethan snatched the phone from me. "Do you really think we want anything from you? What's really in the box, Dad? Something illegal?" "Please, Ethan," Tom said. "It's just a gesture. I mean no harm. If you truly mean that, then stay out of our lives." "Wait, Claire," Tom said. "Just open the box, okay?" Ethan cut the call, his face a mix of confusion and frustration. I knew he was curious but traumatized by everything his father had done. "What do you want to do?" I asked. "I don't know," he said, holding his head. "Let's open it," I suggested. "If he wanted me to open it, there's no way he's trying to hurt us, darling." "Okay." Ethan nodded slowly, finally accepting it for what it was. His father simply wanted to reach out. But record it, Ethan insisted. I picked up my phone again and began recording. Ethan pried the box open, revealing its contents. A check for $100,000. Ethan stared at the check, his emotions a whirlwind. What is he playing at, Claire? There's no way this is clean money. He must be trying to cover up something. Before we could process this further, Tom called back. I answered, hesitant. We found the check. Why did you do that? Because I'm dying, Claire, he confessed quietly. I've made my share of mistakes, and I know Ethan hates me. But that money is for you. If Ethan doesn't want it, keep it for Lily's future. For school. Nobody needs to know it came from me. I walked inside, realizing we had left Lily alone too long. Not that it mattered. She was sitting quietly, eating her fruit. Ethan was right behind me. Dad, he said, taking the phone, if you're serious about your health, we need to talk. No more games. Thank you, Ethan, Tom said. You tell me when. We arranged to meet Tom at a park later that week. It wasn't far, and we often took Lily there. As the day arrived, Ethan was visibly nervous, fidgeting as we waited on a secluded bench. When Tom arrived, he looked frail and worn. I'm so sorry for everything, Tom began. I was a terrible father. I don't have much time left, but I want to spend it making amends. Ethan took a long breath. It's not easy, Dad, but I'm willing to try. For Lily's sake, so she'll know her grandfather helped her through school. While Ethan and Tom spoke, I set up the picnic I had brought. I figured if things got awkward, we all still needed to eat. As we left the park, Ethan squeezed my hand. A weight lifted from his shoulders. Maybe it's good that pillow showed up after all, he mused, a small smile breaking through. Things could only get better from here, right? What would you have done? Ethan and I returned home, the conversation with his father still echoing in our minds. I could see the turmoil in Ethan's eyes as he processed the events of the day. He was trying to reconcile the image of the man who had abandoned him with the frail, remorseful figure we had met in the park. Days passed, and life seemed to return to a semblance of normalcy. But the check sat on our kitchen counter, a constant reminder of the encounter. Ethan hadn't decided what to do with it yet. Part of him wanted to reject it outright, but another part, the practical side, saw the potential benefits for Lily's future. One evening, as we sat on the couch watching Lily play, Ethan turned to me, his expression serious. Claire, what do you think we should do with the money? He asked. I took a deep breath, considering my words carefully. Ethan, I think we should accept it. If not for us, then for Lily. She deserves every opportunity we can give her, and this money could help secure her future. Ethan nodded slowly. You're right. It's hard to accept anything from him after everything he's done. I know, I said, squeezing his hand. But maybe this is his way of trying to make things right. Maybe we should give him a chance to do that. Ethan sighed, the weight of the decision heavy on his shoulders. Okay, we'll keep the money for Lily, but I'm not ready to forgive him yet. It will take time. As the weeks went by, Ethan began to meet with Tom more frequently. Each meeting was a step towards healing, but it wasn't without its challenges. There were moments of tension, where old wounds were reopened, but there were also moments of genuine connection, where Ethan could see glimpses of the father he had always wished for. One day, Ethan came home with a thoughtful expression on his face. Dad wants to set up a college fund for Lily, he said. He wants to be involved in her life, even if it's just in this way. I smiled, feeling a sense of hope. That's a good start. It shows he's serious about making amends. Ethan nodded. Yeah, it does. The months turned into a year, and slowly, a tentative relationship began to form between Ethan and Tom. It wasn't perfect, and there were still many unresolved issues, but it was progress. One afternoon, as we sat in the park watching Lily play, Ethan turned to me with a contemplative look. Claire, do you think people can really change? I thought about it for a moment. I think people can change if they truly want to, but it takes time, effort, and a lot of hard work. Ethan nodded, his gaze distant. Yeah, you're right. I guess I'm seeing that with Dad. He's trying, and maybe that's what matters. As the years went by, the relationship between Ethan and Tom continued to evolve. It wasn't always easy, but they both put in the effort to rebuild what had been broken. And through it all, Lily grew up surrounded by a family that, while imperfect, was committed to healing and moving forward. Looking back, I realized that the unexpected gift from my father-in-law had changed our lives in ways we couldn't have imagined. It had brought old wounds to the surface, but it also opened the door to forgiveness and reconciliation. It had shown us that even the most broken relationships could be mended with time, patience, and a willingness to try. What would you have done in our situation? Would you have opened the box? Accepted the money? Tried to rebuild a relationship with someone who had caused so much pain? Life is full of difficult choices, and sometimes the answers aren't always clear. But one thing I learned from this experience is that sometimes the most unexpected surprises can lead to the most profound changes.